All right, welcome to the WTF Divorce podcast. Today we are lucky to be joined by Raiford Palmer. Raiford is a divorce lawyer at STG Divorce Law Firm in Chicago, and he is the author of the best-selling book, and I love this title because it's just perfect, the feeling that we all have. The name of the book is I Just Want This Done. Thanks for being here today, Raiford.
Thanks very much. I appreciate the opportunity to be with WTF Divorce.
Yes, I love it. And we get a ton of questions from our audience. A lot of them are thinking about divorce or going through divorce. And you get a lot of frequent questions, I'm sure, at your practice. So how about we just dive right into them and hear what a divorce attorney has to say to these audience questions?
Absolutely.
All right. First question. I'm curious to hear your opinion on it. Is cheating the number one cause of divorce?
So after all these years of doing this work, I don't think cheating is a cause of divorce. It may be a reason somebody calls a divorce lawyer. I think cheating is a symptom, not the disease. In all the work I've done and listening to so many people's stories, both women and men over the years, usually there's some underlying rot in the relationship or damage in the relationship that causes a person to eventually cheat, or let's say creates the conditions where they think they need that, where it creates a need for them emotionally or physically or whatever to seek out attention somewhere else. And there are really, I think, two kinds of cheaters. I mean, you can look online and there are people, they'll say there's 7 or 15, but I think there are two major categories. One is the sort of the serial cheater. And these are people that really just can't be helped. And they enjoy the game too much. And these are probably people that shouldn't be married at all. But then there are the people that are kind of one-time folks. These are people that for whatever reason, are seeking something that's missing in their relationship, whether it's emotional attention, sexual attention, or a combination of those things, or something else. That's why you have things like online affairs that aren't even physical, but these people are craving attention. So what you usually see when you ask questions of people, and I've done many, many consultations over the years with people getting divorced, the thing that may have made them come into the office and talk to us is a discovery of a cheating situation. But when you talk to them, you find out the relationship had a lot of underlying problems for usually a long time. That doesn't make the cheating right. It's just interesting that I think it unveils deeper problems in the relationship. I mean, maybe it sounds obvious, but if the relationship was great, there probably wouldn't have been some affair. So that's my answer to that question.
Is that, I imagine when people first call your office, you hear a lot of just like you said, it's very emotional. Is that the first thing you hear from a lot of people? I caught him cheating. I caught her cheating. I want a divorce. Are they just throwing that out there right away?
Yeah, people are upset in the moment and they are angry and they want to get it over with soon and get away from the person. So yes, that's a natural. Or people have been dealing with it. What you actually see is a decent amount of people that have been trying to address it for a number of years, many times, where, people don't want to just throw away a long-term marriage where there's a lot of good things about somebody. And maybe they're parents of children. They otherwise have a nice family. And there might have been an affair and they agreed that it wouldn't happen again. Maybe they even went to counseling and then maybe it happened again. Or the same person popped up again online or whatever. The person gets caught texting with the ex-girlfriend, what have you. So it can be a combination of people that are immediately ready to get divorced because they found out about an affair. Many times, though, it's a longer-term relationship where it's been an ongoing issue and people were struggling with it.
You mentioned technology. Have you noticed, I'm sure cheating and divorce is a tale as old as time. Have you noticed an increase because there's so much connectivity with people where people can be so easily accessed, they can be hiding, using apps to meet people? Are you seeing an increase in that?
I certainly think technology has facilitated the ability for people to sneak around on their spouse. And it's also caused them to get caught. So it's sort of a double-edged sword. People are using technology to meet people online they might not have met. The classic story is getting together with the old high school girlfriend on Facebook or boyfriend. that they hadn't heard of for 20 years, but because they're on Facebook, they're able to discover these people. So yes, it has probably increased people's access to other people and the ability to meet people outside of just their workplace or sort of the traditional places like going to the bar or a local bar or something. But on the other hand, it's also caused people to get caught. Many, many times it's the technology that somebody's undoing. The spouse sees text messages on the phone or trips over emails that weren't deleted, any number of things that a lot of times are electronic. Or somebody has a tracker on a car and they find out that GPS location doesn't jive with where people say they are, or they share their locations as a family, just normally as a family, and the person doesn't turn it off. So the spouse finds out that they're in a place where they shouldn't be, and then they said, "Oh, I was at a work meeting," and that they're at some bar and restaurant. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, tech has facilitated. It's also been the undoing of a lot of people who are trying to have affairs.
Yeah, or the iPhone is connected to the iPad at the computer and the kids are seeing messages pop up. It's really amazing. Like just even talking about it here, I would think it would have to increase either the numbers of divorces or just the numbers of people that are confronted with this now decision, this problem that they have to go through, where before there might have just been ignorance is bliss.
It may have been, and I don't have anything to compare it against statistically, but it definitely seems anecdotally like there are more people coming in with these issues, catching somebody with some online evidence, like we're talking about in this situation. And I think, like you said, it's two things: the availability of being able to contact people, and then sort of the electronic trail of information. You're absolutely right.
And one more question about that. We get this a lot, and I imagine every state is different. Is cheating grounds for divorce, or can that be used in the divorce case?
So in Illinois, at one time it was. A few years ago, we eliminated for-cause divorces. The legislature changed the law so that in Illinois, all we have are essentially irreconcilable differences-based divorces. So no fault is the law of our state, and the cause no longer matters. So when people call me and they are upset and they want to send a private investigator out and gather all this evidence, I always tell them, you're wasting your time. If you know they're doing this, you don't need any more evidence. There's no benefit to you, no better division of assets. You're not going to get more alimony. You're not going to get a better parenting situation just because you show the person as a boyfriend, girlfriend. So yeah, that they eliminated for-cause divorces to try to really diminish the acrimony and fighting going on in divorce cases.
But as you said, that is Illinois. There are states. It is state by state still.
That's correct. Other states do allow you to plead for-cause divorces, which can include chronic drunkenness, inability to have children, affairs, physical abuse. So there are usually kind of the classic things you would expect as reasons to get divorced in other states, where you can plead those things in your petition for dissolution. So the thing that starts the divorce, the actual document, and you can bring evidence to prove those things.
So much good stuff in here, Raiford. I appreciate you being on the podcast today, and recommend everybody, especially if you're thinking about it, going through it, A Gift for a Friend. I Just Want This Done is his book. You can get it on Amazon. Raiford, let people know where they can find you.
You can find me online. It's easy to find me, Raiford Palmer. I'm on Twitter at Raiford Palmer, TikTok at Raiford Palmer. I'm Chicagoland divorce lawyer on TikTok, Instagram at Raiford Palmer. The law firm is STG Divorce Law. We're very easy to find on Google. If you just look up STG Divorce Law. Also, my book website is IJustWantThisDone.com. And find us on Amazon and Audible. The book's got great reviews and people love it. So give us your feedback. Always happy to improve. And I'm working on book 2 right now.
Thank you, Raiford. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Rob. Take care.